Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John with Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live on Theta TV from Leander, Texas. And it is 6:16 in the morning on June 9th, 2021. Yet another morning show edition. I've been broadcasting every single morning starting February 6th of 2021, and I've been broadcasting in general on this channel since October 24th, 2020. I guess I spent from October 24th to February 6th just trying to figure out what times and formats and all that stuff worked best, but I kind of got it down to where I have a rhythm now. Wake up every single morning and just talk about some news and some things that I learned in crypto, because I believe crypto is a never-ending journey. We are all just complete amateurs at this stuff, and right now it's the Wild West, and we're just trying to figure it out here, you know. And I might have some opinions that you may or may not agree with, but you know what? Those opinions might also change on a day-to-day basis, and I might say something that's completely, cockamamie out of whack one day, and then it might make sense the next day, because that's just how crypto goes. But this is kind of a way for me to articulate stuff that I learned, to put it out there to see how it sounds when I actually talk about it, because a lot of times stuff makes sense in my head, but then when I actually go to talk about it, it just comes out like complete mush. So that's what this is. I'm obviously not a financial advisor, and I'm not your teacher. Go learn for yourself. You just kind of voyeuristically watching me, or vicariously living through it, or just learning by looking at what a dumbass or a genius I can be, whichever one you prefer. All right, so and I'm not sponsored by anybody, not shilling anything, so anything I talk about is just because I'm interested in it for the day. Or somebody might say, hey man, can you talk about X or Y? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So let's take a look at the coin Gecko. Bitcoin yesterday took a pretty hard hit, and it's seems to be recovering back into the mid 30s. There's been a lot of people saying, well, the FBI hacked Bitcoin. The FBI did not hack Bitcoin. For some reason, they can hack an oil line, but they can't seem to hide the keys, or keep the keys safe to a wallet from. I don't know. Forget it. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about on that. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. And that's okay. But either way, see, this is me articulating, trying to figure out what the thoughts are in my head. And I have very little inner voice. But yes, Bitcoin did not get hacked by the FBI. They either had somebody and they intimidated and threatened that person to give up the private keys, or that account that had the Bitcoin was somehow linked to some kind of custody service or some kind of exchange. Either way, they're not giving up their trade secret, and we'll never know until they give it up. But either way, the probability of them actually having been able to hack that, I think, is not very high at all. So I'm going to go with FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and that they are trying to beat down this optimism that we have in decentralization and in Bitcoin right now, especially with El Salvador and now Paraguay and potentially Panama picking it up as their currency. What's going to happen is all these third world countries are going to be adopting Bitcoin. They won't be reliant on the dollar anymore. America's going to chest pump, and Europe's going to chest pump about this and flail around and warmonger and everything like this. And then the dollar is no longer going to be useful, and everybody's going to be throwing a temper tantrum about it. And then the countries that have adopted Bitcoin will just be kind of rising up. A bunch of little ships rising up next to the large tanker, the oil tanker, literally, that won't be able to do anything or move anywhere because it's just weighed down by its own oil or whatever. That analogy sucks. Anyway, so Bitcoin's at 34,588. Ethereum is at 2507. Tether is at $1.01. Whoa, man, big moves, Tether. It's a stable coin. Binance Coin, 355.14. Cardano, $1.57. The Doge, 326. What's up, 29LH06? Good morning to you. Top of the morning to you. So yeah, welcome back on the show. And yes, I will give you a sweating Teddy badge today. They give us these little NFTs that we can give people that log on. I don't know, the sweating Teddy just seems like the mood for today because one, I think it's going to be hot today, and two, it's just one of those days. XRP 86 cents. USD coins $1. Wow. Polkadot 21.55. Uniswap 23.55. Solana just said, you know what? I don't care if the rest of you are crashing. I am going to go ahead and keep on moving up today. 43.08 for Solana. I need to get some Solana. I don't have any Solana yet. But yeah, the FTX exchange seems to really like Solana. Bitcoin Cash 592.18, Litecoin 159.67, Chainlink 23.84. So Chainlink's at now a bargain bottom discount right now. So if you want to do that, go for it. Maybe get some link pool tokens and put them up on the link pool and stake them and get some Chainlink in exchange for that. The ICP Clown coin is knocked down to 15. Honestly, I'm pretty happy to see that. So Binance $1. Theta Network 9.50. I've been watching a lot of Theta videos lately, and Theta is getting ready. I mean, I'm broadcasting on Theta, and I was lucky enough to be able to get on a channel and a stream key before they started doing all these tryouts for stream keys. So I feel pretty lucky about that. But Theta is about to be the man, like literally. It's getting involved with Google and MGM and CAA. I mean, the talent agency for all the Hollywood stars. I mean. Yeah, it is literally about to be the man. I'm always on the side of the little guy, and for trying to help out the little guy and recognize the little guy, but sometimes whenever you're investing money, it's you always want to have your friends close and your enemies closer. That's kind of what I feel about a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Some of these I don't like the idea that Theta is going to be the man, but there's a lot of money to be made off of that. And, it's also good to know what people who, like I said, not necessarily my enemy, but it's just to be aware and knowledgeable about technologies so you can know how to avert danger in case it comes your way. Polygon Matic $1.45, Stellar 34 cents, VeChain 11 cents, Ethereum Classic 56.23. And then all right. So let's go down here. Aave 326.38, Monero 258.46. So okay, and what else we got here? Okay, so I think we're good. I wanted to check on the Fetch token. Somebody had asked me to take a look at Fetch, and I did a video on Fetch a while back. So it's up 9% at 32 cents. Okay, almost 33 cents. So let's go over here. There's a couple bookmarks, a couple quotes. I want to see if you agree with this. Lutz, I don't know who that is, said, "If it ain't private, it ain't crypto." Do you agree or you disagree with that statement? Because there are a lot of projects out there that are purporting to be cryptocurrency, but they aren't private. And then there are privacy coins, cryptocurrencies that focus specifically on privacy. And Bitcoin's original mission, it was supposed to be privacy. And the word cryptography itself is meant to say that there is cryptographic methods in order to be able to hide a message so only the intended recipient is able to understand it. If it ain't private, it ain't crypto. Is that true or false? And then another one here, there's more to crypto than misguided maxi fights. There's so much more to crypto than moronic mudslinging. Ethereans and Bitcoiners, not talking about toxic maxis, are often constructive contributors to the blockchain industry. Many of us are just so tired of the tribal BS. Yeah, and that's true. I get really irritated about Bitcoin maxis just completely dismissing every single other project in the Web 3.0 space as just a complete shite coin. I just think that's kind of ignorant in my point of view, but then what do I know, anyway, so, okay, and then I got a request here. Let's see here. Where'd you go, man? Bunker boy, go burr here. It says, Eureka John, can you spend a little time tomorrow morning talking about the use cases of FET, Fetch.ai, and your future perspective on it? Sure, I don't mind talking about Fetch at all. That's kind of one of my favorite yet unfavorite projects. I do have some mixed feelings about Fetch. Fetch.ai, let's go over here to the website. Fetch.ai, artificial intelligence for blockchains. And this is kind of one of those projects where you keep your friends closer and your friends close and your enemies closer. I love technology, and I love that everything that technology is doing, like Chainlink and Fetch and stuff like that. However, it's very dangerous. So this is why I think it's essential to learn about this type of technology. So in case some technology like this takes kind of a downward turn as far as the interests of the human race are concerned, then you know exactly what you're dealing with and exactly how to navigate it. And that's why, that's half of why I'm so interested in cryptocurrency. And here's another question too. Who do you think makes more profit? The optimists or the pessimists? I don't know. I think optimists make more profit. People who are optimistic in life, and people who are venture capitalists, people who put themselves out there, are not afraid to get burned, and if they do, they don't stop and they keep pushing forward, rather than the pessimists. And pessimists are needed as well, and there's always a room for a little bit of pessimism in everybody's mindset to be able to protect yourself, to guard yourself, to prepare for the unanticipated, and so you don't get completely wrecked. And there's a healthy balance of both, but I tend to be more the side of, I want to lean a little more towards optimism. I don't want to live my life in a constant state of perpetual pessimism. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy for the soul. But at the same time, I want something like Fetch.ai and Chainlink and stuff like that to work out to completely democratize information and technology and things like that. I don't want it to be steered in a direction that can take over humanity. With AI here, you have the potential of, basically right here, the entire potential for a social credit score system to be implemented and put into place, and then AI take the steering wheel on it. And I know it sounds sci-fi, but then determine whether or not every single movement you make is for the good of the system, and if it's not, you're continually punished or rewarded. But if you step out of line, you're immediately punished. Now here's what I mean by that. Okay, Fetch.ai is building an open access, tokenized, decentralized machine learning network to enable smart infrastructure built around a decentralized digital economy. Now what does that mean? Well, think about this. Every single device you have, every phone, every parking meter, every video camera, every traffic light, everything around you, no matter what, even your phone could have built-in humidifiers to check the temperature and the humidity or whatever, wherever you are. I think about my apple. Constantly, there's information that you're gathering. Every single thing you do gathers information, and it's stored. And say that there is an autonomous economic agent built in to every single one of those devices. And that's what they call the nodes, or these autonomous economic agents. And each of these nodes are like little nerve endings, and they go around and they use artificial intelligence to talk to each other, to share information. And supposedly, these nodes will also carry little bits of their currency, the FET tokens, and they will buy and sell back and forth to each other FET tokens in exchange for information, useful information that can help you optimize your moves. So say you get up and you have to go to work or wherever you're going, and you need to jump on the bus or the train, and that train down there is facing some major delays. Well, your autonomous economic agent on your phone will route you in another direction because it has advanced notice over there that your train has been delayed, and it will put you on a better path. Or say that you're driving and you're going to a parking garage, and you have to get to a certain building A over here, and parking garage A is completely jam-packed full. So instead of you having to circle around the building or sit outside and wait for a parking lot to open up, it'll route you to another building over here, building B. And because that place has 5 parking spots opened up, and it'll automatically do that because your autonomous economic agent will be talking to buildings A and buildings B. They will all be talking back and forth to each other. They'll be exchanging FET tokens for the information, and it will tell you to go to building B instead of building A. And then so if you go to building B, you will earn FET tokens because you are taking the optimal route. If you instead decide to sit outside of building A for whatever reason, you have to park in building A, well then you won't be earning FET tokens. Okay, so who's to say that instead of not earning FET tokens, you start being penalized for not taking the optimal route? Or there's some movie, I can't remember the name of the movie, where it shows somebody being pursued by the law enforcement officials, and they're jumping from camera to camera to device to everything, tracking this person, being able to find them wherever they go, and they can't escape the eye of the camera, and this person is caught because all these autonomous economic agents are able to talk to each other and identify this person through optical recognition software, and and then the person is caught. Okay, so where was I going with this? Yes, and then everybody else who's walking around the street, their devices buzz, and they're told that they need to look out for this person and possibly even pursue this person or give information to the whereabouts of this person. And if they do, I'm sure they probably would earn FET token, and if they don't, they'd probably be penalized and could possibly even, or not earn FET token or penalized for possibly even aiding and abetting or not giving information about a certain person's whereabouts. So when you think about like zombie movies or something where you have all these like mindless drones of people being like, I must, under some type of mind control. Maybe it's not mind control, but it's like the idea of people receiving a notification on their phone that they have to do something or they will be penalized. So they have to pursue this person instead of going about their daily business for a while until that person is caught, to where the masses all converge on this one particular person who's the target of the person hunt, manhunt, whatever, woman hunt. And until that person is caught, everybody's phones are directing them to pursue this person, and until that person is converged on and caught, and then they've all earned their FET tokens. They've done what their phone has told them to do because AI told them to do, because that's what is optimal. So anyway, that's a total far-fetched example, but it's not really that far-fetched. Anyway, so Fetch.ai, those are some concerns I have, and they're obviously completely wild and out of whack, but it's just kind of my crazy mind thinking. Fetch.ai uses these autonomous economic agents. It is in mainnet now, And I think it could be used for definitely good. I mean, it creates a decentralized digital economy. You have huge partners like Bosch jumping in. It comes out of the University of Cambridge. You can stake your FET tokens. You can earn like a healthy 10% or something like that. Let's see here, the tech overview. Okay, so our mission is to build the infrastructure required for autonomous software agents to organize complex tasks to benefit individuals, businesses, and organizations. Okay, now the reason I started off with that crazy anecdote and everything like that is because it'll get you interested. Because when I was first trying to learn about this stuff, I was like bored to tears, honestly, and I could barely understand it. So I started off with that anecdote because people love a good anecdote and sci-fi and craziness and possible doomsday situations and stuff like that. And it's a way to kind of start thinking about it. Now, let's go into some of the little nitty-gritty of it. Fetch.ai is building technology to power the machine-to-machine economy. Basically, these autonomous economic agents talking to each other and sharing information without the supervision of a human being. This includes novel blockchain and a generic framework for building off-chain protocols using techniques from multi-agent systems. This agent framework can be used for oracles, interchain transfers, state channels, and many other applications, and is tightly integrated with the Fetch ledger. The principal goal of the Fetch.ai ecosystem is to deliver a fully autonomous, independent of human beings, agent-based digital economy. The Fetch.ai technology stack is built using principles derived from a branch of artificial intelligence known as multi-agent systems. This approach involves solving different problems from the bottom up by creating individual autonomous software agents that perform actions in the world to accomplish their individual objectives by combining the actions of multiple agents. Basically, it's a bunch of agents being able to talk to each other and decide what is the most optimal way to do something. It's possible to achieve outcomes that would not be possible with centralized architectures because the environments are too complex, are spatially distributed, or involve multiple stakeholders. Blockchain technology involves the design of incentives to successfully coordinate the actions of multiple disinterested parties to achieve a common goal, and can already be seen as the world's most successful implementation of multi-agent systems. So basically, here's some architecture. You have all these autonomous agents talking to each other. You have the blockchain over here, and then it will also work with Ethereum and Cosmos and other blockchains as well, so it's interoperable. And then it goes into the ledger. Let's get into some other visualizations here. I did want to talk about an example. Say, for instance, Uber. Okay, Uber solved a centralization issue with the taxi companies. The taxi companies were, the only ones allowed in the city and airports, and they had their taxi union, and they were basically raping everybody with, high charges and everything like that. And even the taxi drivers were being raked over the coals by the taxi companies who provided the cars, and everything was just centralized and terrible for a lot of people, except for the people that owned the companies. Well, then along comes Uber, and it decentralizes that, and it allows anybody who has a car and an iPhone, and it combines several different app services into one website, a geolocation, a payment app, and a website. I don't know, but it combines several apps, and it allows an individual to be able to use their car, and if they download the app and become a driver, and then anybody can be a taxi driver, and it decentralized the centralized taxi services for a while. Well, then, in a way, Uber and their centralized servers, they became the bad guy, and so decentralization centralized again. And then, the actual driver doesn't really get to take home barely anything for being a driver. So think about it this way. Now that Uber has become the centralizing, dominating force and the oppressive force, Uber and Lyft, and even things like Airbnb and stuff like that, things like DoorDash and Grubhub, how much fees that they take off of being able to provide that service on your phone to individuals. By the time the individual who is the delivery driver or the actual taxi driver, the person who does the work, barely gets any money out of it, and then the person who's ordering is the one that has to pay that. So how do you further decentralize that? Well, you can implement something like Fetch.ai, and this is a good thing. So I talk about all this doomsday scenario at first. Well, now here's a good thing. It can further decentralize the decentralized systems that attempted decentralization at first, but now they're stuck on centralized servers. So these Fetch.ai agents they can connect the end user with the person who needs the service directly by using artificial intelligence and having all these bots talk to each other. You can say, I need to get a hotel room in New York today. I'm in Austin, Texas, Leander, a suburb, and I can put in my phone what I want to do, and then my autonomous economic agent will go and it will talk to all the autonomous economic agents in New York, and it will directly connect me with a hotel without having, in a decentralized way, without having, and they would be exchanging FET tokens and everything like that for the information without having for me to go through some kind of centralized service in order to do so. So that's good. I don't want to just harp on a doomsday scenario. I'm just doing that in order to kind of just like garner some interest. So there's two ways to look at it: optimistic or pessimistic. So simple open economic framework, I believe, peer-to-peer discovery by location and subject. So here's where the autonomous agents discover each other, and the agent communication network, and then they find an agent, and then they transact for the information, and then it goes on the blockchain ledger. Let's go over here. I want to show you this SOEF application. It's an Explorer. SOEF explorer.fetch.ai-explorer.fetch.ai. Okay, let me take a sip of my morning drink. So over here in Cambridge, you can see you have 3 autonomous economic agents right here. Let's zoom in. In London, you have 3. So obviously they're not spread out everywhere right now because it's still a very young, nascent technology. But you could have this person here in London go talk to this person here in Cambridge, and they could figure out some kind of solution for the best travel experience in order to get from London to Cambridge. Let's go over here and see if there's anything over here in Texas. Well, okay, so here's several of these autonomous economic agents spread around throughout Europe. Anybody can download this software and become a node and participate in this autonomous economic agent network. Mexico City's got 3 agents here. Last time I looked, there were 3 in Dallas, and it looks to be that there are still 3 in Dallas, and that's it. I'm surprised Austin doesn't have any agents. But say I wanted to fly from Dallas to Mexico City and book a hotel in Mexico City. Well, these autonomous economic agents would be able to help in a way. So it kind of gives you the current status of where these agents are and things like that. And that's pretty cool. And then, like I said, anybody could download the software and become an agent and allow their device to be an agent for gathering whatever type of information that you're able to gather. And then let's see, let's go back over to the website. Let's go to technology, autonomous economic agents. It's open source. Anybody can be a developer, so that's good. Your model. Okay, so here's the model for the economic agent. Your data, agent framework, toolkits, and dev tools. Your models, e.g., TensorFlow. And then here's all the agents talking to each other. Don't need your assistance. I don't need no human. They don't need a human to help them. And back at this thing here, the core components, a learner of these economic agents. Each participant is a learner in the experiment, represents a unique private data set and machine learning system. Global model, the result is a collective learning experiment, a machine learning model that's trained and collected collectively by the learners. Fetch blockchain, the underlying blockchain, and smart contracts that permit the coordination and governance in a secure and auditable way. And the data layer, a decentralized data layer based on IPFS that enables the sharing of machine learning ways between the learners. So yeah, it kind of goes into that. I'm just glossing over all this stuff. So and they do have a good Telegram group. Let me get you over here and show you the Telegram group here. Let me open it myself. So yes, here's their pinned message, and mainnet 2.0 is now launched and we're up and running, and then you can go check out that Explorer. They do have an atomic stake drop, so I guess it's an atomic DEX, and how to stake your FET. It doesn't work with Binance or BSC. It's an Ethereum-based token. So I'm also curious too, since it's an Ethereum-based token, Ethereum is not exactly the fastest network right now. So how do you have something that is trying to operate at the speed of life, basically operating on the Ethereum blockchain right now? Hedera Hashgraph seems like it would be something more suited towards something like this, and especially with the large players, institutional players that are trying to participate in this. But I don't know. That's something I would have to ask somebody on this, on the Fetch.ai Telegram. But they do have a pretty active group. Let's go over here and take a look on staking, because I do have a bag of Fetch that I would like to stake, and how to stake on mainnet 2 using Cosmos Station wallet. I thought you used your MetaMask. So set your MetaMask to receive Fetch. Okay. And then let's see here. Token Bridge, Fetch.ai. Okay, so this is Cosmos Station. I don't want to do Cosmos Station. I wanted to stake using Ethereum. Okay, I'll have to look a little further into this. I tried to do it on my phone last night when I was laying in bed, but then it said I had to go to my desktop to be able to do it. And by that time I was getting tired, and I started falling asleep and my phone fell on my face. So I decided maybe I should just hang it up for then. So let's see here. Phoenix expands to Atomics. After FET and MetalX, FET token holders will soon be able to receive additional yield with another Fetch.ai ecosystem token, ATMX. With the Atomics lending and borrowing protocol getting closer to launch, it's time to announce the second stake drop. So you can participate in an airdrop here. I already missed 2 months of it, but it's going on for 3 months, so maybe I can hit the last part. I will stake my FET. Okay, here at staking.fetch.ai. Make sure you have the right link and you're not going to some fake staking account. So sign in using MetaMask. I need to sign in with my other MetaMask account. So let me go out of here and go into my other MetaMask account. Oops, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna sign in with this account right here. Unstaked tokens, staking with FET. All right, so I know I have Fetch in this account. What in the heck, dude? Let's see here. Well, I know I have Fetch in this account. Okay, so let's see here. And oh, I just saw it. Hold on. Cancel. And I know you guys can't see it. Yeah, I have a good healthy amount of Fetch in here. So okay, so stake. All right, come on, guys. Come on. All right. All right, so stake. Total unlock. What? It's not showing up. Do I have the right? Okay, so obviously this is going to take a little more, because for some reason my Fetch tokens are not showing up in my wallet. And okay, here they are. Now they just showed up. I just had to refresh the page. My bad. So yeah, 1,283 Fetch in the wallet. Stake tokens. I guess 1, 2, 8, 3. All right, submit. Insufficient funds. So I don't know why this is not showing up. Do I have to enroll in something? Current reward rate 10%. Lockup period. It has to be in there for 26 days. Atomics. Let's see here. And it has to be in the Atomics pool, I guess. Yeah, and yeah, that program ends July 13th, so I have about a month left to do that. So I'm gonna figure out how to. So I have to unlock them. 1, 2, 8, 3. Submit. And I have to sign it. It's popping up in my meta. Oh shoot! Hold on. Let me. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. I had my Telegram desktop up in front of you the entire time. Okay. So I have to sign the wallet here, and it's only $1.67 worth of Ethereum to do so. So I'm definitely going to sign that and allow access to that. And wait for that transaction to go through. So 10% is not a bad rate. As you can see here, right there, 10%. It showed how much I have in my wallet right here. And then it allows me, if I can move this out of the way, I can't. But behind this little thing, allows me to choose between 2 different reward pools. I'm picking this Atomics pool right now because they're having a program in which they're airdropping this ATMX token, which is a pool token, the DEX token. And I like to participate in airdrops when possible. So yeah, I mean, like I said, there's pluses and negatives to all this stuff. Are you going to approach something with a positive or an optimistic or a pessimistic type of viewpoint? And that's purely up to you. I want to spend my life living in more of a optimistic point of view. That's how you don't become rich with a total pessimistic viewpoint. You can guard your riches with a total pessimistic viewpoint, but gas fee, I will do fast gas fee because you're watching me right now. It just asked me the 3 options. Do I want to do slow, average, or fast? I'm going to do fast. Confirm. And then let's get this thing going. Okay, so I'm topping up on my Fetch token, and I'm staking my Fetch tokens on Fetch.ai. And it's only 1,283 tokens. It's not like a ton, but it's something. And 10% of that adds up. And if I have a bunch of little balances and a bunch of tokens, little amounts like this staked all over the place, all those balances add up, and then could possibly be some passive income. I don't know. Either way, I'm just experimenting with this and just seeing how it's all going to go. So in MetaMask wallet in contract right here. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go to Atomics, enroll, and I'm working here, and I got to sign my MetaMask. My MetaMask window is popping up asking me to enroll in the Atomics, and it's 664 worth of gas. I will confirm that. Make sure you have the Ethereum in your wallet to do so. So I'm enrolling in this program in order to receive the ATMX rewards. And yeah. So anyway, I guess that's about it. Stake. I'm gonna amount. Okay, 1,283 FET tokens. I'm staking that. And hopefully I have enough Ethereum left in this wallet in order to finish all this staking process. I know it's only like nickels and dimes, but you can be nickel and dime to death by the time you finish like signing and doing these gas fees and everything like that. Okay, I had enough Ethereum in that wallet, and I wasn't totally nickel and dimed to death, and I think I'll be okay. So I'm staking these. I'm enrolled in the Atomics rewards program, and I'm going to get a 10% rewards rate. My FET has to be staked in there for 26 days. So I think 26 days we'll be able to pass at least before robots take over the world. So I should be okay. All right, that being said, all that's pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and go about my day. I don't have my commute today, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's just another average standard work from home day. But yes, give me a thumbs up if you thought at least I was entertaining, if not informative. But yeah, like I said, I'm not your teacher on this. I'm just kind of showing you all that. Hey, what's up, Queen Ski? You're just jumping on as I'm jumping off. But nice to see you, and I appreciate you jumping on. Yes, so I hope you learned at least something, and at least you can think about the world optimistically. And it's always good to have a little dash of pessimism in there to guard everything that you've been able to build up. But in order to build up stuff, I think optimism is key. So now I've staked my tokens on the Fetch network. I've helped contribute to the automation of society and artificial intelligence. This platform is Fetch.ai. Kringski's asking what the platform is, and it's the FET token. And FET combines blockchain and artificial intelligence to optimize your human behavior. Not sure how great that is, but I guess we'll find out in the near future, won't we? We'll either be regulated out of existence by robots, or we will become robots ourselves, or this will be great for all technology, and we'll be living in the Jetsons land with flying cars finally. All right. Okay, well, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.